Hello, everyone. This is Jim Okrasinski, your instructor for English 1102 Net 16 during the summer session of 2018 here at the College of DuPage. What I'd like to accomplish during this orientation video is to cover some of the basic information like the syllabus and schedule and due dates, and more importantly, to demonstrate how the Blackboard site is organized, how we go about delivering a course at the College of DuPage. Blackboard is our learning management system. So some of you may or may not be familiar with Blackboard, so I'll show you exactly how to navigate this Blackboard course during the summer. As you can see here on the left is the course menu. Everything from announcements, which is my primary way of communicating with the class. I will post any important information through an announcement, and by doing so, I can elect to have everyone sent an email by Blackboard to your COD email account. So you want to make sure you're checking your COD email account regularly, checking Blackboard regularly for announcements. If there's any information I wish to share, I will do it in this manner. So as you see on the course menu on the left, I have the announcements. After that, it would be the syllabus. If I were to click on the syllabus folder here, the item, you have the syllabus for the course. I've included a downloadable and printable PDF of the syllabus with schedule included. And as we scroll through the syllabus, you can see all the required information, course objectives, topical outline, grading policy. You want to familiarize yourself with the grading policy. I run all my courses on a 1,000-point scale. It's pretty straightforward and transparent. Every activity that you are assigned carries a point value, and you want to be aware of your points that you're earning really from the beginning, from day one. So the breakdown are as follows. Discussion boards in the peer review will equal 250 points. Research modules during Chapter 2 in the Curious Researcher, our library type session will be worth 100. You're encountering sources blog posts. There'll be 5 blog posts for a total of 150 points. We're going to do an annotated working bibliography, and then finally the research essay assignment. English 1102, the second course in the first year writing sequence, focuses on research, working with sources, working with the voices of others, and integrating them into our own writing. And that is the object between the annotated bibliography and also the final research essay. You might want to look over the course policies like grading philosophy, the not yet grading policy, and late coursework policy are important reads. Also, academic honesty is pretty important in this particular course, as it is in all English and writing courses. When you're working with the words of others, plagiarism is something that we kind of focus on, and how to attribute speakers and integrate them into your writing. Also, you want to be aware of the withdrawal date and also the ADA notices and disclaimers. So this is the information. I urge everyone to take the time and read the syllabus. Also, you may want to look in the schedule and due dates. As you will see here, week by week, we will work with a consistent Tuesday, Friday, Sunday due date. I can guarantee you throughout the 8 weeks, you will have something due or an activity to complete on Tuesday, Friday, or Sunday. I do this for a couple of reasons. So I have some regularity, everybody becomes familiar with a routine, and by having an activity or an exercise due on Tuesday, Friday, Sunday, all students will remain engaged in the course and be able to scaffold and their activities into the weekly course goals. So be sure to look over what's due every few days. If you are unfamiliar with what to post, one of the great things about an online course then is for you to look at some of the work of your course mates, and I'll get to that in a second. My information is here in Blackboard. You can always reach me via email. Primarily, the course is going to be delivered to you in weekly course units. I find it easier in a short course like this, an 8-week course during the summer, that to focus on each week. So I break this up in weekly units. Whenever you see a folder icon here, for some of you who are not familiar with Blackboard, that means there's something in that folder. So right here, I have always an overview of what we're trying to accomplish during that unit, and also the activities for the week. So here we'll have a couple of discussion board posts that will be due. So we would naturally go over to the discussion board item in the course menu. And the very first item you're always going to see here is a help board. So if you need some help about an activity, or if you're confused, or any type of questions you may have during the course of the course, you can just post it here. Perhaps maybe your classmates can answer your concerns or your questions. I generally check this every day. I usually can answer and hop in into the help post here. If you're not able to reach me via email, you might be able to get help a little bit quicker in the help board. All right. So we have discussion board one is the icebreaker form, where you're going to introduce yourself to the class. And our second discussion board that's going to be due at the end of week one will be after you read the Curious Researcher, the introduction, and also Barbara Pfister's article here on the Rethinking the Research paper. During I should say weeks 4 and 5, you're going to be working on an Encountering Sources blog, which I will cover in more detail during the weekly screencast. Each week I will perform a weekly screencast for you, let you know what's in it. Also, it's important to view the weekly screencast videos. They'll fill in a lot of blanks that may not be readily available or apparent in just reading the instructions. The research modules during our Chapter 2 unit in the Curious Researcher, our research section there in the library, will give you an idea of how to go about researching. It's where you'll review the unit, and then you'll answer questions in a short quiz. Here are all your resources, the library resources here. Blackboard Collaborate is available to us if we were to do one-on-one video sessions. And if you're unfamiliar with Blackboard, they have a help site. So this is exactly how English 1102 Net 16 is organized. You'll find that everything is easy to reach. It's easy to read. I urge everyone to remember to be successful in an online class. There are two things: time management and also reading. Reading is critical. You have to read your textbook and read my instructions, and to some extent also viewing. You'll see in the schedule here, I have for first thing you do is way of reading is always look at the weekly screencast video. Like I said, I can always tell if students are viewing the weekly screencast because there is something they did or did not complete during the course of the week's activities. I go into a little bit more detail there. All right. So once again, announcements is how I communicate. What we have here is your required items. Remember now, if you're going to work off-site and do research through the library, you're going to need a library card or access, so you're going to have to contact them. And also you'll need a copy of the Curious Researcher 8th edition. It's pretty plentiful and cheap out on the market right now. It's an older edition, but it is effective, and I urge everyone, you will need the book. I doubt seriously if you can become very successful in this course during the summer without the textbook. And remember, you'll need a library card or access the COD library, especially the databases that you will need to research for your research essay and your project this semester. If you have any questions or concerns, please contact me Good luck to you all this semester.